Hello to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. club. It's Friday, it's late afternoon, and I'm at home sitting in the front yard and looking forward to pumping out yet another Jim's 5 a.m. club. It's going to be another book summary. I've read another book summary, and I've picked out a few items, a few morsels that I'd like to share with you, and we'll go on a bit of a crawl and talk. We'll do a crawl and talk today because I'm just sitting down here on this grassed area at home, as you can see, and just chilling out. So without further ado, let's kick off with the 5 a.m. club. And I'll just clear off the leaves from my shoulders. Let me pop my glasses on just to see where we're up to. And the book that I'm going to step through today with a few points is entitled The Mastery Manual, and it's written by an author, a brilliant author, Robin Sharma, who's the famed author of the book The 5 a.m. Club. And he's got a wonderful writing style, and his style is very, clear, confronting to a certain perspective, but very enlightening, and very powerful. So the Mastery Manual has a number of good points in it, and I guess the key point that he starts off with is the tricky topic of delay and postponement. And we probably see it a lot in our lives, especially now that I've turned 60. And you go through life, and then you ask yourself the question, what are people waiting for? What are they waiting for? Why are they postponing their life, their living, their opportunity to engage, to enjoy life? They seem to be pushing it off to another day, thinking that they've got forever and a day to come in their lifetime. But we all know the stark reality of life. If you don't do it when the opportunity arises, if you don't grab life with both your hands, your 10 fingers, your arms, and squeeze it and hug it as close to you and as dearly as possible, chances are that life will escape you, and the opportunities that you thought were abundant at one time of your life will become very, very scarce and remote as the years move on. And the author talks about that, the act or the thought process or the mindset of waiting for more time or waiting for the right time is disastrous, to say the least, for most people. Look, we all understand that it's important to be patient. It's important to live with positive expectancy. But when you postpone things, when you say, look, can't catch up this weekend, we'll do it another time, you've got to understand that the other time may never come back again or will never reappear. You've got to look at being more spontaneous in your life and just doing things, dropping everything and just doing it. Because the author talks about the sorts of conversations that people have towards the end of their lives, and it all depends on who you speak to or what sort of mindset they have. But the common sort of theme that comes across the material that you tend to read is that there are some common elements that come up all the time, and the sort of regrets that people have That people rarely regret what they've done. They regret mostly the things that they haven't done. So the sort of regrets that people echo on their deathbed or near to the end of their lives is they wish they took more risks. And when we talk about risks, I want to be clear here. I don't want to sound irresponsible or overly adventurous. But the risks we're talking about are calculated risks. You know, to look at something and say, well, look, you know, there's an opportunity to do something. There's a potential, or there's a probability that it may not work out, but there's also a good probability that it'll open up doors and it'll be a good experience for me. So they're the sorts of things that you need. You know, take more risks, because a risk is something with a known probability of occurrence. People are really, really good at working out what potentially can happen in terms of the damage that may happen if something goes wrong, but they're really, really bad at estimating the probability of it going wrong. And we've learnt time and time again that most people live in fear. Most people are frozen in fear and don't end up doing things in their life for fear of some catastrophe or something happening, which keeps them from taking any step whatsoever. So one of the regrets that people have is that they don't take enough risks, and what I want to add to that is that they don't take enough calculated risks. So the lesson is, take more calculated risks and don't live in fear, because as we've said, less than 10% of the things that you fear that can go wrong will go wrong. And just think of all the things that you haven't done because you've feared that something can go wrong. You know, considering that 90% of the time nothing will go wrong. If anything, things will go better than what you've expected, because you're in the game, you're in control, and you'll do whatever it takes to make it work and make it turn into a great experience, based on your attitude and your contribution. The other thing that people regret later in life is that they never realised their potential. Now, we all come into the world with tremendous potential, and as a parent, I know that as a parent, you can see, you know the potential that your children have. And the greatest and most painful thing for a parent, is to see their children not achieving their potential, not achieving their dreams, for various reasons. So you want to encourage them as best you can, but you don't want to overwhelm them with your desires, but you just want them to be open-minded and openly willing to try and have a crack at life. And the third thing that people tend to regret at the end of their lives is that they didn't show enough love. How dumb is that? But how true is it? If you love somebody, if you adore people around you, don't hold back. Tell them that you love them. Give them a hug, give them a kiss, call them, try and spend more time with them. Don't wait until another opportunity. Don't wait until tomorrow, next week, next year. The time is now, because things happen. Life gets in the way. between friends and families. And the last thing you want to do is to look back over your life and say, well, I didn't spend enough time. I didn't reach my potential. I didn't take enough risks, and I didn't love the people that I loved, or I didn't tell them that I loved them, or I didn't show them that I loved them. What I've realised at the age that I am now, at 60 years of age, and you'll find the same thing with yourselves. Outside of social media, outside of charity events, charity social events, if you sat and took a stopwatch and clicked on the stopwatch with the amount of time you spend with friends and family, chatting, talking, engaging, and passing quality time, you'll be absolutely shocked. You'll be shocked, you'll be disgusted, you'll be saddened at how little time we have left and how little time we have for each other. Thank God I'm developing and delivering these 5 a.m. clubs so that my family, my children, my grandchildren will have something to remember me by. To have this sort of quality time in real time where I can chat to them and pass on my love, my knowledge, my wisdom, my experiences is all but impossible because of the fact that we live in a very, very crowded life which is surrounded by distractions. Everybody's busy, everybody's on the move, everybody's in a hurry to go where? I don't know. People are in a hurry to get home, and when they get home, what do? Nothing. We're in a hurry to go here, we're in a hurry to go there, and when we get there, we don't spend much quality time with anybody anymore. So take some time to spend some time with people and tell them that you love them. Because the author tells us here, in no uncertain terms, and you'll love this, there are no extra days, and there are no meaningless days. We all have a lifetime, a time allotment that God has given us. Who knows how long that lifetime is? For some people, it's a nanosecond. Other people, it's a few days. Others, it's a decade or two. And for others, it's 70. And for the few lucky ones, I don't know if they're lucky, but if they've got good health, then you assume that they're lucky. They make it to 100. And hopefully they can be surrounded by friends, good friends and family to make their life worth living. So the call to action by the author is to seize the moment. This moment, the moment which is now, and not to think about tomorrow, not to spend your time living tomorrow, but to live your now, the real time, the now, the only time that you have. It's called the eternal now. So learn to live the eternal now and make the most of it. Because the author also talks about the fact that we need to be aware of our surroundings, aware of our time stamp, because through better awareness, we're able to make better choices. And through better choices, we hopefully can achieve better outcomes. So the bottom line is let's live the now and take some calculated risks, because we end up in many ways letting ourselves down, betraying ourselves by holding back, by living life with the handbrake fully on, and just waiting for what? I don't know. Waiting for the right time. It's always the right time. Waiting for more time. You'll never have more time. You've got now. Now is your time. You can't have anything more than now, as the author says. So make the most of your now. There's no other time other than the now time. And don't deny others around you. Don't deny your family, friends, your associates, your loved ones. Don't deny them the gift of your brilliance. We are all brilliant. We are all masterpieces. And when fully expressed, we can change each other's lives, make our lives better, more fun, more meaningful, more complete. But we need to engage with each other. We need to let go of the fears, let go of the handbrakes, and let go of all those stories that have defined us and have limited us and have kept us bottled up as a dwarf version, as a bonsai version, as a prune version of our real self. Unleash, blossom, let yourself go. Blossom like these flowers behind me. Express yourself fully. Don't hold back, or don't let others hold you back. Because at the end of the day, and this is a very, very powerful point that I'm coming up with now. I've never heard of it quite described like this, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Where the author says that self-love is critical. The art of loving yourself is paramount, because self-love, as the author says, and as I said, I've never heard this before, but I love it. Self-love, listen to this, self-love is the prerequisite of loving others. If you can't love and admire and appreciate yourself, the image that is made, or the person who is made in God's image, if you can't find love in yourself to start off with, if you can't find something about yourself to love, then you're not going to be in a position to be able to express love to anybody around you, because you need to be overfilling and overfull of love to be able to share it and to pass it on. So a big call out, a big call to action to start appreciating and loving yourself and looking for all the great things about you, the things that you admire, the things that you love about yourself. And once you identify the things within yourself, then it's much easier to open up and to love others around you, and not to hold back and to limit yourself. So another powerful point that comes from this book, and I loved it. And he says that we need to live out our lives. We need to live out our imagination rather than our memories. How true is that? How many people do you know who spend their lives just living out the memories, their pasts, the past events, both the good and the bad? The author here says, yes, the past is great. The past is important, and it's great to be able to use the past to support your present, but you can't live in the past. The past is finished. The past is gone. All you have is the present. So in order to live the present, you need to live using your imagination to actualize the present and forget about the past. And your present will become your past, and it will be supportive, it'll be nice, it'll be a nice little glow that you'll have, but you need to continue to remain in the present and to live your life with your imagination and living with positive expectancy. It makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, the last point that I've pulled from this book is another cracker. It's amazing. It's amazing that you pick up a book or a book summary and all of a sudden you can tick off a number of points which deeply resonate with us. And the last point is an absolute cracker, And listen up here, it says that, I love this, I really love this as well. We see the world not as it is, but as we are. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We see the world not as it is, but as we are. That is powerful. So anyway, we all have a different future, we all have a different present, we all have a different perception of whatever's happening in the world. You could have 1,000 people seated and watching the same event, and each and every one of them will have a different experience. Some will have a wonderful experience, others will have an indifferent experience, and others will have a terrible experience. And the reason for that is that we see the world, as the author says, we see the world not as it is, but as we are. So whatever's going on in our heads, whatever stories we've got replaying, whatever we have in terms of our thoughts, and as we have heard time and time again, we may have up to 60 or 80,000 thoughts processing through our conscious and subconscious, and each of those thoughts create or manifest or influence our reality. So depending on what those thoughts are, and as many scientists have suggested, the vast majority of those thoughts are negative thoughts. So if we can harness those thoughts and shape them into positive thoughts, then it just may have an impact on our lives and be able to shape our lives so that we can have a better present, because we are able to see the world as we are, and if we're able to influence the way we are, then we may get a better view, a better icon, a better picture, a better expression of what is reality, because we've improved ourselves. I think that's it. So thank you very much for joining me on Jim's 5 a.m. Club. As you can see, I'm pretty relaxed here at home, sitting in the front yard. I've had a few people walk past, looking at me, wondering what I'm doing, which is quite funny. But what do? I've just got to keep on cranking away. I've got a big target, and I need to do 4 or 5 vlogs a day. So I'm on a mission. I'm insatiable at the moment in terms of my work ethic and my workload. And I can work all day, do a 10-hour job, and also pump out 5 vlogs along the way. But I enjoy it. I've got to admit, I enjoy it. I find it very, very refreshing and invigorating. And I think that's about it. So let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, let's take a few lessons from this wonderful book by Robin Sharma. And the book is entitled The Mastery Manual, and use some of the things that we learned, and to live our life using our imagination rather than our memory, to see life as we are, but to make sure that we're able to shape who we are, and to know that there are no extra days, there are no meaningless days, and to stop postponing our living, our life, what we can do now, but let's stop shifting our now and pushing it to tomorrow, because as we know, by doing that, we're going to get to the point in our lives where we're going to look back and regret everything, because we haven't, or we will look back and know and feel that we haven't really lived our lives. Anyway, take care, and I look forward to coming to you again tomorrow for from another location with another message, be it a book summary, an observation, a song, a quote. Who knows what it's going to be, but I'll be popping up somewhere interesting with something interesting, I hope, and I look forward to sharing with you another Jim's 5am Club and seeing where it takes us, and hopefully it'll lift us. It'll be the wind between, not between our wings, but the wind beneath our wings, and lift us and help us get through the day, and knowing that what we have, the present now, is all we have, and to make the most of it, because this now, this time, this afternoon, today will never ever come back. So let's timestamp it, let's make the most of it, and look back without too many regrets, and thank the opportunities that were presented to us. Yassas to everybody, take care, sas filao, kisses to everybody, and bye for now. Ciao.